When Ziyu temporarily hid her inner impulse and decided to stay in Orr's Hill, Wendy was still busy in Chiangmai Etiquette Company. At this time, it was evening, and Wendy officially took over the Chiangmai Etiquette Company this afternoon. In order not to disappoint Charlie, she immediately took afternoon to carefully count all the accounts of Chiangmai Etiquette Company since its establishment. She first listed the list of all the etiquette ladies who were cheated by Chiangmai Etiquette Company, and then evaluated their losses based on the records of their participation in the activities, and then calculated the total amount of compensation to be paid. Afterwards, she contacted all the etiquette ladies who had worked together, and asked them to return to the company for a meeting. At the same time, she also asked people to help, and found all the etiquette ladies who had resigned and were forced to go to KTV by the former boss Benjamin to come back. At dinner time, the entire Chiangmai Etiquette Company has been surrounded by the ladies of etiquette. At present, there are more than 100 courtesy ladies working in Chiangmai Courtesy Company. In addition to those who ran away, redeemed their lives, and were forced to go to KTV, now there are nearly 300 people who have squeezed into the company building. Most of these ladies of manners are between 18 and 25 years old. Few are over 25. One cannot say that everyone is beautiful, but most of them are relatively good-looking. Moreover, the height of these ceremonial ladies is at least 1.65 meters tall, and each body is well proportioned. Compared with most professions, the overall external conditions are relatively high. Nearly 300 young and beautiful girls, put together are like 300 super-large sparrows, chattering non-stop. They were all informed that the Chiangmai Etiquette Company has changed management and ownership and asked them to come over to settle all accounts, but they did not understand why Benjamin, with so profitable state of the company, would suddenly leave it. In addition, they also want to know how the company asks them to come back and settle the bill. Especially those who have been away from the company for a period of time are even more surprised. They don't dare to hope that the company can make up all the money owed to them before. Seeing so many people, Wendy was also a little nervous. Although she had never run a company, she had seen some of the world in the Wilson Group at first, and she was better than the girls present. So she calmed her mind and said into the microphone, "You guys, please be quiet, we are going to have a meeting now." Everyone gradually calmed down, staring at Wendy one by one, waiting for her to follow along. Wendy cleared her throat and said seriously, "First of all, I have to announce to you that all the shares of Chiangmai Etiquette Company have been transferred to my name. What I have in my hand is the confirmation of the changes made by the business department. You can circulate the copy, and you can also go to the Industrial and Commercial website to check the current industrial and commercial registration information of the Etiquette Company to see if the shareholder above has been changed from Benjamin to Wendy." The few girls sitting in the front row of the conference room immediately took the copied documents and circulated them. Many people directly took out their mobile phones and inquired about the business registration information. From this look, everyone immediately understood that Wendy had become the boss of Chiangmai Etiquette Company. People who didn't know Wendy began to wonder where this girl came from, and could become the new owner of Chiangmai Etiquette Company. Those girls who have worked with Wendy are even more puzzled. They don't understand why Benjamin, who cannibalized people without spitting out bones, would transfer the company to Wendy. Seeing that everyone had received this message, Wendy continued, "I call everyone here today. There are a few things to announce to you. The first thing is that Benjamin and Mia have paid back part of the money they have cheated on everyone for so long." As soon as this was said, there was an uproar at the scene. A girl blurted out and asked, "What? Benjamin and Mia paid back the money? Really? Really? These 2 weeks of peeling, they will return the money? How is this possible?" Wendy said seriously, "This is indeed true. The two of them have been sent by my brother-in-law to KTV to make money for atonement because of their wickedness. Benjamin is working at the premises. It is estimated that he will start to work tonight. If you have an acquaintance working there, you can call to ask." Several courtesy ladies hurriedly took out their mobile phones at the scene. Some chose to send text messages while others chose to make a call. Soon, a girl exclaimed, "Damn. Benjamin and Mia, two bastards, actually went to work at KTV. This is too much relief. Yes, one of my sisters also told me, it's definitely the two of them. A girl who knew Wendy hurriedly asked. Wendy, what is your brother-in-law's background? How come you have such a great skill that even Benjamin can move, my brother-in-law? Wendy groaned and brought her involuntarily, and said somewhat admiringly, my brother-in-law is a hero. All the girls present have been bullied and squeezed by Benjamin. It can be said that he hated him long ago. Therefore, after hearing the news, they cheered and applauded for a while. Wendy waited for everyone's applause to finally stop before she said, the second thing is the distribution of this money. Benjamin and Mia returned a total of about 4 million. Except for the 500,000 reserved for the company's subsequent operating funds, the remaining 3.5 million will be returned to everyone present. When everyone heard this, they were shocked and dumbfounded. They really didn't expect that the first thing Wendy took over the company was to return a huge sum of 3.5 million to them. Wendy continued to say at this time, I have calculated the specific refund ratio. Of course, this amount of money is not enough to make up for all the losses of everyone, but it can still bring you some compensation. Show the compensation list and the corresponding amount. If you have no problems after signing and confirming, our finance will pay you immediately. After speaking, Wendy said again, to be honest, we have already withdrawn 3.5 million cash from our bank account this afternoon. Afterwards, Wendy winked at finance not far away, and immediately afterwards, finance went to the next office to call in a few powerful men. Each of these brawny men held a huge suitcase in their hands, and then they spread the suitcase on the conference table on the podium, revealing bundles of red banknotes inside. Nearly 300 girls immediately yelled in excitement, and some even yelled, "Long live Wendy!" Immediately afterwards, thunderous applause broke out again. At this moment, Wendy has won the favor and support of the girls on the scene, and has successfully taken the first step to take over the Shangmei Etiquette Company.